Hey there, and welcome to exercise number 67. In this one, we need to write a function named searchMessages that receives two parameters. The first one is an array of messages, each with two properties, a body and a sentAt, which represents the date when that message was sent. Now, the second parameter of our function is a string we're going to call searchTerm, which represents the, well, you guessed it, the string we want to search inside the messages. The function should find all messages that match the search term. Now, a message matches it if 1. The search term is a single word and that word is included in the body of the message, or the search term contains multiple words separated by spaces and at least one of them is included in the body. So basically, we say that a search term is found inside the message if that search term is just a word and that word is in the message, or the search term is like a sentence comprised of multiple words and at least one of them is in the message. Now, the function needs to return all those messages, but in descending order based on 1. How many letters of the search term they match, right? So we want at the top the messages that have more matches with the search term, and then 2, we care about the sentAt property, so we want newest first, right? So first we put the messages that have the most matches, then we order those descending by sentAt, right? So most matches at the top, and then if two messages have the same amount of matches, we sort them by sentAt date. I hope that makes sense. If not, don't worry, we have an example down below. So here we have 4 messages, right? One has the following body. Hey, I have something important to talk to you. Another one is sure what it is. Then it is about the last project we worked on. And last one, oh, can't be that important. The project is almost abandoned, right? And we can see those messages are sorted here, but that's not a requirement. Now, the search term is the string is important. And this is the messages we need to return. So first of all those messages match the search term. Now let's go one by one and verify. So the first message here has the word important, which is also found in a search term, so it matches. The second one here also has the word important. Then here we don't have important, but we have is, and then the last one similarly, right? We have is. Now what's important here is the order. So you can see we have 2 messages with the word important, right? Then we sort those descending by the date. So this is the newest one and then this one. Then we have 2 messages which only match the is word, so they have like the same score, you can think about it. And then those are descending by the date. Now, if you want to solve this exercise for yourself, which I highly encourage you to do, then click on the link in the description. If not, keep watching and we're going to solve it together. I'm going to go here into the right side, into the code area. And actually the first thing I want to do is I want to write a function that computes the score of a message because I need to order those messages. So the first criteria in which I order them is based on how many letters they match. So I actually care about this. So let's name the function get message score. And we get a message and we have a search term. And this one is going to return a number, right? So returns the number of letters. Actually, let's see how the number of letters inside the search term, or actually let's do it like this. If message doesn't match the search term, return 0. Otherwise, return the number of letters they match on, right? So for example, this first message is going to have a score of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because it matches 9 letters, right? Those here, a score of 2. Now, as you can guess, I hope, we're going to write this function first because then we're going to order based on this score. So let's do it. I'm going to go here and I'm going to say const matches is, I'm going to assume false. Then I'm going to say words in search term. I'm going to split it searchTerm.split space. And actually, if I'm thinking about it, I don't only care about the matches, I care about the score. So let's actually do score is 0. Then I'm going to go through the words. So then I'm going to say words in searchTerm.forEach, and here we're going to get a word. And I'm going to say if message.body.includes word, score is going to be incremented by word.length. And finally, we're going to return the score. And I hope this makes sense and this looks good. So let's test it, right? So I'm going to say get message score off. And let me just take a message from here. So I'm going to take this one. Where does it end? It ends here. So this is a message and I'm going to say is important. And let's make this one like this. And let's do a console log. And voila, we get 9, which is correct, right? Because it matches only on this one. Now let's say I have something important to talk to you about. It is important. We get 11, right? It matches important and it matches also is. So it fully matches the search term. Now, what if it doesn't match it at all? So let's do here, let's say nothing at all. We should get 0. Okay, so that's great. Now that we have this scoring function, what we can do is actually filter and then order the messages. So I'm going to say const messages, or actually let's do it pairs, is messages.map, and I want to compute the score for each message. So I'm going to say message, and then I want to return an object which has the message, and it has the score, which is get message score of message and search term. So what happens here is I go through all the messages. I map the messages array to an array of objects with the message and the score. And I'm going to need this because I want to filter them and then order and then finally return the messages, and I need the score. So now I'm going to say const messages, or actually let's do it pairs that match is pairs.filter pair and pair.score is bigger than 0, right? Those are the pairs that match. And then I'm going to say pairs that match dot sort, and let's do pair 1, pair 2. So we want to sort them. We want to sort them first descending by score, and secondly descending by sentAt date. So if pair 1 dot score is different than pair 2 dot score, then we only care about the score. So we want to sort them descending. So if pair 1 has a bigger score, it's going to be first. So I'm going to do pair 1 dot score minus pair 2 dot score. So if this one is bigger, this is going to be a positive number and it's going to tell us this is before this. But if this one is bigger, it's going to be negative and so on. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Now, if we don't enter this if, then it means both of them have the same score. So we want to sort them descending by the sentAt date. So I'm going to say return pair1.message.sentAt.getTime minus, and I'm going to do it the same, right? So I'm going to convert the date to a timestamp, and I'm going to compare the timestamps, and here I need to do pair 2. So I want to do them descending by, and this looks legit. Okay, this looks legit. So let's return it, right? Pairs that match. Actually, dot map. We only care about the messages, not with the score. And I'm going to do pair dot message. Yeah, this seems to be working. So let's actually test it, right? So I'm going to say console log of, here I'm going to do search messages of, this is the array and this is the search term. And we get sentAt.getTime is not a function. This is very weird. pair1.message.sentAt.getTime is not a function, but the message has a sentAt date, which is a date, right? sentAt is a date. Let's console it. Let's do console log pair1 pair2. Message sentAt. Oh, okay. Because I copy pasted it from here, and when I copy paste it, you don't get like dates. You get the dates are represented as strings. So I'm gonna need to do new date of this, and then let's do this one similarly. Okay, like this, and then here we have another one, new date, this one, and finally we should have, I think, sentAt, right? We have this one here. Okay, so now it works. We get 4 objects, and we should first see, and they're not in the correct order. So the first one is sure what it is. Then it is about the last project. Oh, it seems like they're literally in the reverse order. So let's just double check here. Now, if here we get wait, how is it? So if we get a number bigger than 0, then which way it is? Let's actually do MDN sort. I have like a brain freeze. So a negative number A should be before B. Oh, okay. So it needs to be the other way around. Because if it's negative, so if this one is bigger than this one, we want a negative number. So it's got to be like this. And it's got to be like this. And now let's look at it. So we have, oh, can't be that important. Hey, okay, that matches. It is about last project, and sure, what is it? Okay, this looks legit. So let's test our solution, and voila, it works. Cheers, and see you in the next one.